Barbaria was the game that I didn't have my eye on at all, running up to it coming out, and I kind of feel bad that I didn't now. This is a game that has completely blown my expectations, which were admittedly nothing, out of the water, and made me kind of addicted to it. It's a game that is essentially Clash of Clans combined with Meet Your Maker combined with out of ammo. And it's quite a complex one to describe, and I'm going to try and do it justice in this video, but trust me, this one is a hidden gem on PSVR2 that I don't see many people that hyped for, and I hope gets quite a few players because it will enhance the game experience, because it's a game that kind of relies on other players playing it and upgrading their base, but I'll get into what I mean in a minute. All you need to know right now is that Barbaria is a surprisingly big hit for PSVR2 in my opinion.
Fuck off. Go. I feel like this is aim assisted. I'm not this good at throwing. I absolutely slept this guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's start with the basic premise because it actually is kind of awesome. In Barbaria, you have a base, or should I say a level, that you design. You have different presets for stages and you put these together, putting enemies in there, traps in there, and customizing its layout, and then other players come and raid your base. They'll try and beat the enemies in there and get a coin or weapon reward at the end of it, and it's your job to customize your base to the best of your ability to make sure other players can't make it through, and then you'll get rewards if they don't.
Oh, I see. I was trying to put it in places. I'm stupid as fuck. Give me a goblin. Come here, little gobbo man. I'm gonna put him in front so they think, oh, I'm gonna kill the goblin. Oh wait, trap, you're dead.
Once you log back in after a day of work or a day of school or whatever you're doing, you'll be able to see the players that came in and tried to raid your base, if they succeeded or if they lost, and you'll be able to watch a replay of that too. Now, I've been playing the pre-release version of this game, so the only other people who've been online have been other reviewers, and I didn't get raided in the time that I spent in the game, although I'm sure this will happen when its full release comes out, when this video comes out, so I can't really comment on how effectively that works, but as a game and a premise, that is an incredibly neat idea that I think that the devs here have pulled off excellently.
And everything feels responsive like a VR game should. I've had a couple of experiences recently where it just doesn't feel like stuff flows together, but this really does. Like pulling this out and being able to and the haptics and everything feel really good. It's like what I wanted Gorn to be, you know, on PSVR 2.
Although my first impressions of Barbaria were very strange to say the least, and I'm just going to kind of play them right now. I can't really describe how I felt booting up the game, I just have to show you. So here we go, I guess.
I'm getting Gorn vibes from this. Unity, oh dear. Great, another god complex me to handle. Hello. Oh, what the fuck? There's something about this that I really don't like.
Anyway, moving on from that strange first impression that is tonally weird and kind of threw me off and kind of made me think, oh god, it's one of these type of games. Trust me, it actually isn't. It's kind of brilliant. But yeah, moving on from that, you can raid both preset dev levels that have been made and other player bases with different enemy types in them and different layouts to earn the currency in the game that is called violence.
I love how the currency is called violence. That's metal as fuck.
You use this currency to unlock new weapons, to upgrade your setup, your hero, your layout, your enemies, your traps, just to buy loads of stuff and customize your hero. What you can customize them with are bows, axes, swords. You can use rocks around the battlefield as a weapon. You can use wooden planks around the battlefield. You can smash them and pick them up and use them to beat up enemies, which range from goblin imps to other barbarian heroes and weird lizard people and skeletons whose head explodes for some reason.
Ah! I'm gonna break something. Ow! I didn't know it was a bomb.
But each of them have their part to play, and if you stack them properly and actually arrange them effectively in your level, you could probably create something really effective for countering enemies. There's also friendly fire too, which I didn't realize for a time, so I set up my nice level with my 2 barbarian and my imp on my bridge with a cannon behind them for support, not realizing that the cannon will just blast them straight in the back.
Test defenses. Yeah, I can jump in and attack my own base. Nice, awesome. That's what I wanted to do this whole time. Oh, and it's firing bricks at me every 2.5 seconds. Let's see if I can. Oh no, okay, that's an issue. It's just gonna friendly fire my. Ow! Oh no, it's the brick cannon. Ow, okay.
But experimenting with stuff like that is what makes these kind of games fun, and Barbaria has absolutely nailed it in terms of the sandbox of building your level for other players to come and attack. I think it's awesome. Although I do think all of this would fall apart if the combat wasn't good. And luckily, it is. It is really good.
That's fucking sick. Okay. Oh, where has this game come from? I'd never heard it. Alright, come on then. Bitch. Oh my god. Yeah, it is aim assisted, but that actually makes me feel better with the game, so I don't care. Fuck yeah. Oh, parry. Oh! Oh my god. Ow.
The combat is chunky, the parrying feels good, you can use the environment, as I said, to counter enemies and take them out. You can grab imp goblins by their throat and throw them at the enemies to knock them down. You have a power-up Doom Fist ability, which lets you punch enemies and send them into next week. You have magic spells that you can use by calling in meteors and other cool things like that. There's a lot to choose from here, and the sandbox is very big. I love games like this that give you freedom, and sandbox games are my favourite, and this is just implementing so many good features from games like that. The ones that really come to mind are Meet Your Maker and Out of Ammo, and a little bit of Clash of Clans, like I said, but mostly those two. And I haven't even gotten to one of my favourite features yet. That feature being tabbing out of your character and tabbing in to control them. That's why I related this to Out of Ammo, and if you don't know what Out of Ammo is, it's an old PSVR game and PC VR game where you put down friendly units, and it's a tower wave defense game, essentially. You have little soldiers, you put them down and they fend off enemies to keep your base safe. However, if you click on them, you can become them, and it puts you down on the battlefield in full VR, and you reload, you shoot, and you have access to all the weapons that your units have, and you can play as each and every one of them. You can't quite do that here. You can't play as, you know, the small imps or the skeletons, but you do take control of your barbarian that you put down in the levels, and you fight with them, which is so cool.
Place them on the water table. I can possess. Oh shit, so I become him. The fact that these are breakable as well. That's cool, dude. And I can pick it up and use it as a weapon.
You kit them out before the level, you send them in, and you take control of them. And you can also let them do their own thing. If you want to tab out and just support them with spells, you can do that and it'll fight the level for you. Although that's kind of no fun, so I don't know why you would do that, but it genuinely is an option. You can also bring allies who are in your level over to enemy raids, meaning that I could drop my hero in and support him with 2 goblins, and we can run in and raid someone else's base, and it really feels like a big battle's going on. When you see your goblin punch another one and punt him across the battlefield, you feel like you're fighting with a team, which I think is really cool. The animations are fairly good, the ragdoll physics are really satisfying, and the combat is a lot of fun.
I can't wait to see what realms players make here, you know. Uh-oh. Oh, ow, okay. I'm actually being the weak link here. I'm gonna get messed up. I'm taking a lot of damage. Okay, it's good. No, get away from him. You psycho. Ow. Yeah, good job, Jeffrey. Fuck him up. Did we get him? No, no. How dare you? I've lost my. Ow! I've lost my only friend.
Now all the fun stuff's out the way, let's talk visuals, because I've had enough fun talking about how great the game is to play and how it feels. I have to talk about how it looks, and luckily it looks pretty damn good. It's made in Unity, which I don't think allows for dynamic foveated rendering, meaning that you're not going to get the crispest visuals, but the game looks presentable enough. There's a little bit of jaggedness around far objects, but absolutely nothing egregious whatsoever. Playing through it, you're going to be probably perfectly happy with how it looks, as was I, and the art style does carry a fair bit. It looks great, it feels cohesive, and in places is a cool little whimsical game. It uses the haptics too for combat, which makes it feel even more punchy, and overall I can say the PSVR2 port of this one is very good. Anyway, that's what I think about Barbaria. Please do let me know if you're excited for this one. I wasn't until I jumped into play it, and I'm so glad that I did. I basically say yes to every single PSVR2 key or product that gets sent my way, because I do just love this headset and I want to push as much positive stuff to you guys as I can. Sometimes that means that I get the occasional stinker or so. This one isn't. It honestly, it's just brilliant. An incredible sleeper hit of a game that I do think is going to become an underrated gem of PSVR2. At least for me. And I can't wait for players to get their hands on it so they can experiment with the level editor and make some really, really hard boss fights. And if you see my level, it's awful, come raid it, and then you'll show up as a win on my end. Or a loss for me, I guess. A win for you. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next video.